Alrighty, let's see here. Let's make sure that we're live properly. I think we are. Awesome. And we're live. All right, welcome everybody. So today we're doing another user experience stream. Let me turn up my audio a little, my mic a little bit. There we go. Okay. And so we're gonna be focusing on more drifting feel, boost cleanup. Currently our boosting is pretty strong. Movement refinement in general, and maybe a little bit of reversing if we have time for it. So yeah, we're getting pretty dang close to where we want to be on the movement setup, and so it'll really be yeah, we'll be able to focus on the characters here pretty shortly. But yeah, we're still working on the movement, the physics, and just making sure it's a good experience to go to drive around. Awesome. I will start marketing the stream.
All right.
Okay, I got your most recent pull, or your recent push. So, let's see. Oh, that's right, I'm charging my Switch. Let's make sure stream is going okay. There we go. So I'm testing his pushes on the left side and his stuff is on the right side.
You may have fixed the VFX bug. That was making them not play correctly the second time you drift.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I was doing that with the abilities too. Oh yeah. Yeah, the neutral drifting feeling really good, dude.
Good.
But yeah, I agree with you. I think that we just need to kind of smooth out our tracks and not have these kind of big border things like this. Yeah. I don't think that I want that. I think that if we have any kind of slopes, it'd be like smooth slopes like this, these little mountain things. But even then, maybe not even a lot of that.
Yeah.
So
I think those mountain things are better because like they're smooth and just allows for like fun 3D.
Right.
Versus like a lot of like sharp things. So, like if we're like launching people around right in the game, then it'll feel fun to have like this kind of 3D-ness to it.
Yeah,
versus,
totally.
Like all like bumps. These like orange humps that are on the main track thing. It's like yeah, those are kind of cool, but like I'm not sure how much of those would really fit into the rest of the game versus like some other kind of obstacle, right? Like just put like a bomb, right, or like a hazard instead of like a bump.
Okay, right now it feels like the boost. I don't know if I feel it now.
Okay.
Or
then
like,
try
was that?
making it stronger. I weakened it so that it was not as intense.
Okay.
If you open up the hero card file, I can show you where to change the things.
I wonder if it's just like the VFX that's lacking that makes it just not as noticeable, you know?
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Okay. Let me push my VFX. I just recently made sure we're on
okay.
character.
Because I really think that, like, I can tell I'm going a little bit faster, but I think just like the lacking of visuals is kind of probably why.
Okay, yeah, so try grabbing that,
Okay.
and you'll have the same car I do that has a VFX on it,
All right,
and
cool.
it has like a little,
Oh, it has drifting and boosting kind of thing, or?
yeah, it has like a little VFX.
Oh, okay, perfect. Is that on the little prototype cart?
Yeah, I have it all set up so you don't need to worry about it once you pull.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to pull now. Nice. Oh, I had two instances of the chaos. Dang it.
Oh, that would cause problems.
Indeed.
All right. Um,
Okay.
oh, it's because I reloaded. Yeah. I forgot to eat.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
No.
Oh well.
Sustenance. Sustenance is good for you, man.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. All right. Let's start figuring out how to. Okay. Were you able to pull it and it work?
I'm just about to test now.
Awesome.
Oh, I see sparks. Okay, just this with the one level sparks currently.
Oh, there. I forgot to use the yellow version. Yeah, there's yeah, I can fix that. There is three, but it's like hard to see the first two difference.
Okay. Oh, do you have an explosion effect?
Yeah, to be like the boost.
That's fun.
Alright, and I'm gonna try driving on the big track you made.
Okay. Okay, is there a way to speed up the drift things?
By like how fast you get them?
Yeah, so if you add the yellow post blue, then I think we should get the first major sparks after half second.
Okay.
Like in Mario Kart. So I think we just need a third color to have that's probably the problem right now. Is just that we need a third color. Okay. Okay, cool.
How that looks.
What was that?
I was gonna. Okay, let's see how this looks.
Okay.
Small. Two. You're fine. I have it so like when you start drifting, there's small sparks. Then you get the next tier, there's the bigger sparks, and then you get the blue sparks, and then you get the orange sparks. So I guess there's only 2 tiers right now.
Yeah.
I want to have a color for.
Okay, we can add another color. I can probably have Amelia do that tonight.
No, I can. I can just change the parameter.
Oh, you know how to do that? Okay, sweet.
Oh yeah, it was already done. It was already done.
Oh, okay, cool. For a third tier, or?
Yeah, like all I have to do is this. I can just change what color it changes the sparks to.
Oh, sweet. Okay, okay, cool. So you can add just a quick third tier color shift thing. Yeah, purple sounds good. Or blue. I don't know if we should have like the purple should be like the chaos color or something like that. So like if it was like blue, yellow, red, purple kind of deal. Because a 4th level if we do the chaos drifting. But yeah, so yeah, the little preemptive spark should last half second. Then the blue should start right after the half second for about 2 seconds, or 1.5 seconds ish. So and then start the next level after 1.5 to 2 seconds. I'll test a Mario Kart real fast to kind of see the feel here. How long does it last? All right, so if I start drifting. Okay, so that's pretty quick. So it's 3, 1, 2. Let me get back in here. 1, 1, 2, 2.
I forgot I need to change the indexing of some or.
Okay. It is roughly 2 seconds per drifting type. So, yeah, looks like. Yeah, half a second to start the first major sparks, and then 2 seconds for each spark type. That's cool. I really like our little prototype cart. It's awesome.
Okay. I had like annoying indexing thing where it's like 0 is technically the first tier, so 0, 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that, but in the code it just works easier. So I have like an array for like the thresholds.
Okay.
But whatever.
Hey, the boost feels good now. I think the visuals does really help, and I think this does feel like very similar to Mario Kart in that sense of
Good.
yeah, like it's not an
I see.
overwhelming boost, you know. What's that?
Yeah, it feels less like a lurch and more like a nudging you harder kind of thing.
Right, right, exactly. Awesome. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, let me know when you push your boost uh tiers, and I'll test that.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to change some values on your end to start testing out some physical properties?
Sure.
Like for example, try changing the boost. Like so go into probably isn't the best spot for it, but I just put it there because it made sense too. But so go into like the hero card file.
Okay.
Um,
That was no, it was in characters. Yeah, be hero card.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So now I want you to go find that cart movement component so you can find the variables for the cart stuff again. On the left hand side.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, right here. The cart movement.
Click that. Yeah, cart movement.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the right hand side, if you look in the engine category, like so, there's like an arcade cart category. There's two of them technically, but if you find the engine one, you'll see the top speed and top boosting speed, and you'll see vehicle acceleration and vehicle boost acceleration. Those are
Yes.
determining how the boosting stuff is working.
Okay.
Essentially, as you see right now, it's that when you're boosting, you have double the acceleration, but only 50% higher top speed.
Okay.
That's how it currently is set, right?
Yeah.
Some of the other values to keep in mind are there's the hop strength, there's a drifting lateral friction multiplier, modifier, which is just like basically how much more slippery do you become? 50%, 0.1%,
Okay.
none. Yeah, and then the min and max drift angle control how much your cart will do like that rotating thing.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
let me.
Yeah, I think a lot of these refinement things we can at least define them right now, to be able to change the parameters of them as you're doing. But I think we really just need testing to see what people feel about it, you know, or how they think about it. But I can try it as best I can to match the feel, and then once we get testers, then it'll be yeah, even more information on that. Like, okay, you know, can you add some specific feedback on the drifting? You know, add on the boosting and all that stuff like that. Just the drive feel. Let's see, so top speed. This is cool. Yeah, I like how everything has pretty clean numbers and everything like that too. Just it's nice. Brake declaration. Braking declaration, top speed, top boosting speed. Okay, so top boosting speed is 50%. Yeah, 50% additional. I like that. Vehicle acceleration. Do you want to start? Well, not right now, but like maybe start defining the types, so we have like a set, you know, like a preset type. Like we have like the heavy on the ground cart. We have that kind of stuff, and then that would have like the preset declarations all made like in a bundle.
Oh, so like a preset. So that way it's like, okay, let's say what a heavy character preset is.
Mm-hmm.
That way we can just like mix and match as a time to like just directly set those values on the characters right now. They're just trying to figure out what they even know.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to like have like we start defining, you know, after we get everything feeling exactly the way we want to, is like then defining the classes, the weight classes and everything, and also the flyer classes, and then see what people think about those presets. And of course, we should be able to tweak those, but at least it'll already be like each, like we just like, okay, here's our new character, they're defined as a middle on the ground class, and then they immediately have everything ready for them. you know, if it doesn't feel right for that character, we can adjust it to the different weight class or like adjust the parameters, you know, slightly or something. But I think it would be cool if we start having those defined sets, and then it's like you can just kind of like check a box that says, okay, this is a on the ground weight, you know, heavy weight class, or like, or this is a medium flyer, you know.
And it'll just override the values as a basis, and then you can modify from there.
Yeah, so I think it'd be cool to have the drop down arrows like you have currently, and we can define exactly the numbers. But it would be cool if we also had a section just like a quick definition of like just a checkbox, for instance, for those different classes. So yeah, like, and that will help just define the physics for that class quickly, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can go in the numbers, or we can just be like, okay, I think this is a medium class or whatever, and of course, if they just feel nerfy, then we can either adjust their class type or give them more damage on their abilities.
Alright. Where did this go? Probably should not put this here, but whatever. Okay. Let's change these to be 100, 200, 300. I'm gonna do that for now, because you're saying like basically like a 0.5 second interval, right?
Yes, yeah, 0.5 second interval for the first sparks between the kind of like
it's on neutral drift or like full drift, because like, you know, like it's different. Like you build it up faster if you're turning harder.
Oh, I actually didn't realize that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So basically, it's like depending on where you are in the range, like that. Remember that video you first showed me of the Mario Kart drifting?
Mm-hmm.
He explains how like depending on where your control is, it changes how much of a multiplier it gets.
Okay, I mean, do you have those ready to define? Because we can have it to, okay, if you're the hard, like 100% hard turn while drifting can be the half second, and if you're doing neutral drift or like aren't going hard to one direction, then it could be 0.75 to 1 second.
Yeah, so let me
let's make it clean for now and just say 1 second. So if I'm going neutral, it might take like half second more to get to the first drifting sparks.
steering X.
Man. Pat, this is awesome, man. This is like exponentially better in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, that's why I was so excited at like last weekend whenever I sent it to you, because I was like, it's working.
It's feeling really good, dude.
The eyes were lifted.
Like I'm really excited to get started on the character abilities and just kind of, you know, making those feel good, but like this just makes me excited, you know, like
yeah, this will make all the character stuff feel a lot cooler too.
It will. Yeah, by default they'll feel better because the driving feels better.
But if my drift direction is left, where is that video?
It's probably in our history of chatting back and
yeah, I
forth.
don't want to scroll that far. Oh, here we go. Not hard to find, luckily. Alright, it's needed, but here, kids, here's a good way to learn how to make the things. So, some people who play the game a lot are very good at helping us know. Oh, like, do you notice that actually on these tiles that he's driving over? I don't think those... I think they don't actually affect the physics. I think they just, like, make the wheels act as if they hit something. So you notice, like, when he would hit them, he's kind of, like, jostles his wheels.
Yeah.
These steps? Okay, no, he is kind of bouncing up those steps a little bit. Anyway.
But it's not really affecting the feel. It probably just affects, like, the bounce of the wheels without actually moving the camera and that kind of stuff. So there probably is just some kind of level of spring on the wheels to make it still feel the camera feels smooth, but the wheels feel like they're hopping. It's like that right there when he's like hopping up the stairs. Like, yeah, that feels like it's just the wheels only.
Yeah.
So there's like enough spring. So that means I think it would be a good idea for like even if it doesn't fit the character for right now, it should like the wheel should be able to maneuver up and down like shocks.
Yeah, and I think that might influence future direction of the vehicle's design just to allow for that visually more. Because you notice like a lot of the Mario Kart, like the carts in Mario Kart, they have like a lot of like space below them. It's a cart, then the wheels, and so that way the wheels can have a lot of springiness without having to like push the car up too high.
I
so
can.
You see in this,
go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
That example thingy, it's going. Where am I? Yeah. So basically, in this region, it's where you get the biggest change. So you get like 1 versus 5 if you're in here, right?
Right.
And so what I'm doing in here is I'm making it so that no matter what you're doing, this remap thing here will take the -1 to 1, right, that you're doing, and go, okay, let's change that to a different range based upon what direction, and give it some minimum. So like right now it's just saying, okay, cool, if you're drifting to the right, even if you're pressing fully left, that'll still count as 0.2 of like a turn. It's like, or whatever, anyway. And so then this drift strong ratio determines what number does that need to be greater than, this power control thing. And you see, so it's 0.2 to 1, which is essentially just trying to say, maybe I did my math wrong to mimic this concept, but yeah, it's like, depending on this, how hard you're turning, if power control is great, oh yeah, so if this number is higher, then it's harder to get the power drift.
Okay, yeah. I can see that. I can see that.
So then it should do that. Cool. So let's save this. Actually, I'm gonna push real quick so you can have it all. Why is this 1 and 2? There you go. And now we file and run.
Okay. Cool. Let me know when you push this.
Pushed.
You just pushed it?
Yep.
Heck yeah. Let's test those changes. It's cool being able to just like test back to back what your changes are.
Oh, it really helps.
It's like immediate feedback.
Yeah. It also helps me know exactly what I need to focus on fixing next.
Yeah. You
That's
know
really a problem. Hmm?
Go ahead.
Go on.
Good.
Oh. It's like, oftentimes what's my problem with doing things is that I start worrying about the wrong problems, because it's like, there's a lot of problems, there are a lot of things that need to be done, but you know, what's the priority order?
Is there a way? So like with Malappoy's little extra exhaust pipes and everything that come out of his tires, if we're gonna have start having the tires bounce to have a less bounce for the camera, is there a way to socket those exterior pieces to the wheels without having the wheels rotation affect them? Like just the up and down value instead of the rotation value?
So the problem is just that it's a part of the main body mesh.
Right, for now. But I could separate the tailpipe bits.
Oh yeah.
And then delete them from the rig.
I can have them be rotation independent, yeah. I can have them just like the same height as these wheels.
Yeah, because I mean I can delete those. It kind of makes his cart pretty wide too anyway. So I wouldn't be sad if we got rid of those in general.
Yeah, I think they might be a bit excessive, honestly, because like he already has those two right there, and so
like
and that would just also.
Yeah.
Huh?
Go ahead. Good. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it would help, right? Just like because then there would not be any of that confusion of like if the wheel is going up and then these like weird like little thingies that are popping out are going up and down.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so here, let me... It's gonna look weird, but I'm gonna start having Malifaux and the rest of them set the... Because right now I'm only setting the rotation and such. But set... Rotation and rotation.
Okay, I think that it's working the opposite direction, actually. See when I'm drifting? So, currently when I'm drifting, you're good. When I go neutral, when I start neutral drifting, it's actually going faster than when I'm doing hard turning. See this? I start doing neutral, and I start doing really fast.
Oh, okay.
And that's like, every single step is happening within like a half second of each other, it looks like. So 1, 2, 3, like that.
Okay.
So when I'm doing full turn, it's actually taking longer.
Oh wow, you're right. Yeah.
So I think it did the opposite. But also they either one, the neutral drifting shouldn't go that fast, or even the hard turn drifting shouldn't happen that quickly. It needs to be that 2 second in between. The lifespan.
Might need to multiply by.
That's really
time.
fast.
Yeah, I need delta time.
Okay.
Time.
Yeah, that would make neutral drifting OP. So let's see, the hard turn. What happened to the sparksness? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, just the opposite of what you wanted it to do. So I think in general though, but yeah, I think even if you're hard turning, you can just start drifting faster, but I don't think that the drifting lifetime should be faster. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So maybe, yeah, so like the drifting would start quicker, but it wouldn't. Yeah, it would. Yeah. It wouldn't affect the lifetime of each drift cycle. Hey Jasper, welcome. We are testing some more drifting stuff and boosting. So right now we're getting down our drifting tiers to feel a lot more like Mario Kart.
The mini turbos.
Yeah, like mini turbos. We have these new arrows that show like drifting intention. It's pretty cool. So we have like red that shows your current like chassis direction, and we have purple that's showing where you're actually going. And we have our different drifting spark tiers, which is fun.
Yeah, I think what I did that made it do the neutral drifting is I had so I have like a single thing that does the remapping, right? I had it wrong. I had doing X and Y for the left when it should be Y and X for left, and then X and Y for right, but I had it inverse.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully that goes that. Yeah, neutral drifting is barely building up. Okay, now it's taking a lot longer to reach the thresholds.
Okay.
So I have it on time now, which though
That's cool.
that means we can change our thresholds so that they're not as crazy high. Because now it's actually going to be per second. So
Yeah.
that means now is that I go down the drift. Right now, you have to be like harder than like 0.7, so that means basically you have to be like fully drifting to get the maximum charge. And it's only doing 3 times. Well, I'll make it 5 times or something. Then we have these thresholds, so we can either lower them or greatly increase how many mini turbos you get. I don't know which you would prefer. I think having lower numbers of mini turbos is just nicer potentially. That also might make the numbers get kind of the threshold to be harder to deal with.
Yeah.
But if I like make this 25, 50, and 75, let's see what that does right now. In the top left, also that number is your amount of mini turbos. So right now I'm fully drifting. You see how it's like I'm at 20, 30, 40. But that's how like slow it's taking right now. And so if you wanted it to be a half second, right?
Yeah, between the first like circle spark thing to the blue spark, half second.
Not 2, 4.
Yeah, that section should be like half second. At least so half second on the full turn, and 1 second on the neutral drift kind of turn.
Okay.
I think that would be the, yeah.
I am blanking so hard right now. So what's 5 divided by 60? Oh, that's wrong. Why am I blanking? 5 divided by 10 seconds? 0.5? No. Let's see. Right now, you have full hard drift. Okay. So let's make this 5?
A little bit less than that. Yeah.
Maybe these are a bit too small of numbers. I don't know. It depends.
Okay, so the lifetime should be 2 seconds. So the heavy blue sparks and the yellow sparks lifetime should both be 2 seconds each. Which I feel like it almost was. Maybe a little bit.
Here, let me push this to you.
Okay.
So that you can also like on your end change those numbers and like we can be testing like at the same time.
All right. Did you push?
3,
Right.
2, 1, submitted. There you go.
All right. I'm pulling now.
Yes. You might want closing reel.
I did. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, pfft, I was looking at my shared screen, not yours. See? Hi, Jasper. Huh?
Okay. I pulled and I'm getting a new build. It's starting up. See, the drifting fuel is almost there. The only thing that we need to do after we figure out the lifetime of the drift, all the different drift tiers, once that feels good, then we need to make sure that each drifting tier itself has an additional boosting parameter. I think.
Sorry, what?
So.
Say that again?
So like, each drifting tier has it's either slightly faster or a slightly longer amount of time of drifting. So I need to figure out how the boost. I mean, so the boost is more powerful per tier.
Yeah. So if you look
Slightly.
in the class of the character, so you pull to open up like the hero card thing, for example.
Sure.
And so this value is. Looks like my mini turbos are never wearing off. Oh, it never resets the. Yeah. Okay. So so this value, I think I should probably put it back into the card movement, but it's actually on the character class itself. So you see class defaults in the top middle screen.
Class default. Oh, here it is. Yes.
With that, and then on the right hand side, just scroll until you find the drift category. Yeah, character class like thing is kind of messy. I can try and clean them up a bit. So you see the that drifting tiers thing.
Yes.
those are your different tiers. So
Okay.
those are the thresholds, right? And then on the right hand side is how long the boost is for.
Oh, cool. Okay, okay, perfect. Okay, so it does work. Okay, it does work. So yeah, more length for different levels of tier. That's great. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Try
awesome.
driving. Mm.
Strong drift ratio. Neutral drift mini turbo gain. All right, so now I think we just need to work on the longevity of each tier.
Try going onto that map you made, because I think it's actually a really good link for us to be testing this.
Okay, the top map thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where I'm starting at?
For some reason on my controller, if I am drifting, I steer the other direction, it cancels it.
Mm.
You try that on, it doesn't do that for me on, controller, on keyboard. Oh, where'd your VFX go, bro? There they are.
Okay. Alright, so I need to drift this way. Then neutral drift. Okay, for some reason now the neutral drift is super nerfed. Like if I start neutral drifting, it takes like 2 seconds to, or maybe even longer to get to the first sparks. So let's see, if I'm doing full turn, it looks like 1, 2, 2. Oh, okay. So now it's like an interesting gradient of time frame. So if I'm doing full turn, yeah, purple takes a while to get to. So yeah, I think, let's see here. See if I can get a some quick notes real fast on this. So I'll pull out a Okay, so yeah, probably would have been helpful to have a design doc for this, but I mean, I think it's good to, we're iterating quickly. So for drifting, the pre-drift, blue circle starts right away, begins, lasts for seconds. The tiers. Each. With drift.
Jasper, if you're still here, I'm curious, what kind of stuff would you enjoy being able to see on this channel? Outside, of course, what we're doing and all, but
Yeah, last time I ran a poll, we had some animation hits, some animation ones, and it's like coding and animation seem to be the bigger ones. Yeah, what about you, Jasper? If you still on? Pre-GIF last 1 second. If let's see. If full turning with drift. If turning direction. Okay, yeah, this is good. 1 second. If
so this doesn't go.
all right, dude, I'm gonna send this to you so you have it. Kind of what we already talked about this, but so I'm gonna just send this off.
You can if you copy all that and then in Discord, if you put 3 tilde marks, and then paste it, it'll paste it in kind of like a more like nicely like formatted like a little box.
Really?
And then you can close that with another 3 ticks of the little tilde thing.
What? Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, and it allows you to use like tabbing. You know how like you use like tabs in like a word thingy or whatever, but like normally when you're in Discord you press tab, it, like does something else.
That's
So basically those ticks let you type as if you're like a code editor or like any other like Word document thing.
that's awesome. So instead of like the 2 slashes or something, it's 3 tilde. How'd you figure out that? That's fun.
Oh, I was just told that by Gabe.
That's awesome.
2, 3, 4.
That'd be a cool way to do announcements too.
Why are you up into log?
I don't know if that'll affect the. Oh, it does affect it. Okay, I shouldn't do that then for links. Okay, so for links, that's not good, but for cool text, that is good. Nick. Sent him.
It's only ever showing.
Okay. So yeah, I hope that helps with just clarity. Yeah, it feels like the current build I have has like a gradation of drifting lifetimes.
What were you? What lifetimes?
Oh, like here I'll do another drift and show. So yeah, the lifetime of each drift tier should be 2 seconds, kind of like a flat rate, no matter what. It's just that the drifting starts earlier if you're doing the turning toward the direction of your drift. That's pretty much the gist of those notes. Because yeah, right now it feels a bit more like, so if I start driving and I start drifting, then if I'm doing neutral drift, it lasts pretty long for each lifetime, and then to get to the purple lifetime, it's even longer, like that, still going.
Yeah, try changing the numbers then.
Right. Okay, so where is that exactly? Let me get.
Yeah, so go back to Hero Cart,
Yes.
and then on the right hand side, right there.
Yes.
So you see those thresholds?
Right
The
here.
5, 10, 25?
Yes.
Yeah, so that the first one is like the first spark, and then so you see how like it's 5, 10, then the next one's 25, so that's where there's a big gap. And if you want, you see the neutral drift gain, it says 1, so you get 5 times as much if you're doing a hard turn right now.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
So you can change all that, right? And you can also change how hard you have to be steering one way or the other to make it count.
Okay. So, okay, for some reason I thought that was the boost for some reason. Okay.
The value on the right is how long the boost is for that tier. So I basically just put 2 bits of information in like the same variable, so it's easier to like change them in one spot.
Okay.
Having like, imagine if you had to like worry about like 2 arrays to change these numbers, and that'd be kind of a pain.
Yeah. Okay, so I like that there's a longer time to boost off each tier, and so this one is the lifetime of the tier. This left.
Yeah, so that's how many mini turbos you need to reach that tier. Okay. So those are how many mini turbos you need. So for tier 1, you need 5 mini turbos. So that means since right now you get basically like that many mini, like it's those mini turbo gain values are per second, right?
Okay.
So it takes like, I guess like 1 Mississippi. Yeah, it takes 1 second right now when you're on at least on my end to reach the first tier drift. So like there's the initial small blue spark. So I can like try and find a less blue looking thing. I can make it like a more dull color or something. This will be like, hey look, you're drifting initially. Actually, let me make it white when you first start. Actually, just gonna go into the arcade cart and just like put some variables in there so we can set what the colors are.
All right, let's see here. I'm making sure. No. Okay, now it's skipping. Let's see here. Okay.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That's because I changed it both to 10. So I think it's just like overriding the other tier.
Yeah, it basically iterates through the list from the start of the list to the end of the list, finding the highest one it can reach. Okay. And then that's how it knows what tier it's in.
Okay, so I'm still having some goofiness on the neutral drifting right now. If I do neutral, it takes a long time for it to react.
So you see the numbers in the top left?
Yes.
That look like 5. Yeah. So so try changing the neutral drift mini turbo gain speed.
Okay. Okay, that feels. Yeah. So I changed instead of 25, I changed it to 20 real quick on the turn. So now that you can get that. See, now the lifetime of the blue and the yellow are the same.
Okay.
2, 1, 2. Okay, or they should be around the same. Okay. Anyway. Um.
So go back to that same area where those variables are.
Yeah. Where's neutral at?
So go to that. It's the very same place.
Okay.
So you see the neutral drift mini turbo gain?
Oh.
Up a little bit. See those? See how right now it's 5 times as much.
Oh,
You
here's
get
the.
5 times as much the mini turbo when you're turning hard into it versus neutral drifting.
So this is the 5 times right here.
Strong. Yes, that's what that 5 is, right?
Okay. Okay. So that's the neutral.
Neutral drift is how much you gain when you're just not doing anything, right? And then if you're really turning, you get 5. So you can make them. You can make it 2 and 3. You can make it 3 and 5, 2 and 5, whatever. But that's essentially the rate.
Okay.
And that might mean you have to change your numbers of the other things because again, it's like you have these set for 5 a second. So
yeah.
How much longer do you want a neutral drift to get to each tier? Twice as long?
So yeah, it's only the to start drifting was the only thing. So like it was, so if you start drifting and full turning, then that should take only half a second. If you start drifting in neutral drifting, then it should be 1 second. So it should be like double to get to the drifting stage. But once you start drifting, then it's always the same as far as 2 seconds per lifetime. That's what I'm trying to do. So it's not like it just in general takes longer. It's just that it starts sooner when you start drifting with a turn, if that makes sense.
So if they have, I'm confused at what you're trying to do because I'm trying to like go based off like what the Mario Kart kind of thing works off of, which
okay. Yeah.
It's like the way that Mario Kart does it, right? Is that it's just depending on how hard you're like. It's literally based on what you're touching on the stick, right?
Yeah, right.
Like that determines how fast because that's determining how sharp you're drifting into the turn.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that's what that what was it? This thing is showing, right? Is that in this area of the joystick, right? That is where you get the 5 right now. This is where you get the 1. So if you want this area, then make that 2.5, and that means it'll build up half as fast if you're not really turning into it.
Okay. Okay, I see. Okay.
That way, it's like if they are drifting really hard, but then lay off the drift a bit, they'll be gaining the amount of mini turbos based upon what they're actually doing currently, not just because they started the drift really hard. Yeah. Otherwise, you do a really hard drift for like a split second just so you can get the faster speed, and then just neutral drift.
Right, that's usually what I do. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna test it real quick. So if I just start neutral drifting, how long does it take for me to get? I wonder if neutral drift just works okay because I'm constantly back and forthing. So I'm kind of like going between faster drifting and neutral drifting rather than just holding neutral.
Yeah, that's what that other value, the threshold number, that determines essentially so basically 0 means everything counts as a hard, like getting the full gain, and then 0.5 means if you're halfway pushing the stick, that is enough, and then 0.7 is just like,
so it looks like
2.5, and I make this 20. And that should mean now if I do a neutral drift.
Yeah.
Okay, it's definitely taking a lot longer.
So okay, on Mario Kart, it looks like it's if you're just holding down neutral drift without flicking back and forth, then each drifting lifetime seems like 3 seconds rather than 2 seconds. So it looks like if I'm full turn while drifting, then it's like around 2 seconds for each lifetime, and if I'm full turning the opposite direction away from the turn, than it is 3 seconds. So it adds an extra 50% tough time or something like that.
Yeah, and remember how each cart has a little bit different on that based upon their stats in the game. So
right.
if with this here, this should mean it takes 1 sec. If I make this 2.5, oh, I made it integers. That's a problem. Make them not integers. If I make this like 3, for example, then I am just neutral drifting. Ink. And I almost, there we go, there's the 4th tier. So if I'm doing this, I'm really hard turning so I get there, but then I do neutral, it'll take forever to get to 20, and then I sharply get to 20 by turning harder again.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to push my recent C++ stuff. I'm not gonna push anything to like the Hero cart.
Okay.
Just so that like it doesn't like get rid of your local changes. That should help get a little bit of the cleaned up logic. And then here I want to do
Okay, did you just push that? Save selected. Okay, it wants me to check out B hero cart and B template hero cart for my local changes. I don't have to change. I don't have to keep my changes. I only change like one thing.
yeah, I don't either. So yeah, just make them writable. If that makes sense. If you press the checkbox and say make writable, then just do that. And then whenever you pull, if there's any other thing, then just like say continue and yes.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
What was the other information you want in for like a drift thingy? This right here is like for each tier. I'm making so it's like a bit more. There's a lot more within here, so it's easier for you to change things.
Okay.
So I added a spot for the color, for example, right? So you can just say what colors they're going to be at each tier.
Okay. I mean, we have drift lifetime, right? It's like, or like how long each tier lasts, lifetime wise.
But when you're saying lifetime, you mean? I don't think you actually mean lifetime because it's just an indication of what mini turbo level you're at, right?
Right.
It's not like they live for a certain amount of time. It's just like it's this tier until it's the next tier until it's the next tier, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that's the mini turbo requirement. It's like what you're thinking of as lifetime.
Yeah.
Because you think of lifetime, how long does it take to get from one to the other? So that's just based upon what are their thresholds for when you progress tier.
Right.
It's kind of like in like this thing, right? Like this whole sheet here. The shit stats. The shit. No. Shit. Sorry.
You're good, dude.
Correct. Okay. So you see like this MT, SMT, UMT.
Yes. Yeah.
So these are their different thresholds depending on these different like your mini turbo stat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's like what our numbers are, and since they're doing them based off of frames, well, right now we're doing on per second. If we have a fixed frame rate, then we can do just per frame, because per frame they add like 5, right?
Yeah.
But
Okay.
if it's a variable frame rate, that can change how fast you're building your turbos versus like a number, a delta time. But that's the idea, right? That they have these 3 things that you know. And I think these here actually, I think, further modify how fast you get the turbos. So like, for example, like this one here or this one.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, like this guy here, is like the biggest like boost, like the build-up rate, I think.
Oh.
Um,
Okay.
Yeah, so like that's all. They're just thresholds, not lifetimes. It's like, okay, did you reach the tier? Did you reach the tier? So they have their 3 tiers of sparks there. So that's what this is for. So how many mini turbos to reach tier? We have how long should the boost go for? Multiplier to the boost acceleration. In color of drift effects. Secondary.
Okay. So one thing I'm doing currently is I'm trying to see how long it takes if I start drifting and immediately go to neutral drift and just stay neutral. How long that takes to start the first drifting.
Mm-hmm.
So if I start drifting that way, start drifting left, just holding right. That's pretty significant. Okay. So it's approximately 3 seconds if you're hard turning from the to get to the first drifting sparks actually. Dang, that is significant, yeah. So you said it was 5, you said it was like a 5 times, right?
Yeah, it's something like you get 5 times the turbos if you're really steering. That means like full steering to the right.
Right, right.
Like on your joystick, it's pretty specific. It's only like, you know,
Okay.
this small range.
So the good thing about neutral drifting is that you can kind of slide so you don't run into the wall. And
Yeah.
the bad thing is you get drift here slower, essentially.
Yeah, because it's the whole range of like, it's not just neutral drifting. It's from neutral drifting to kind of turning.
Yes.
And then only the sharp turn gives you the fast buildup. So yeah, you have more control over your car being able to like maneuver around stuff if you're not building up the turbos as fast.
Right, right. That's cool. Okay. I really didn't know that. I thought it was always the same. That's cool. So is it a gradation, or is it like what you're showing on that visual, where just like if you're hard on the turn, then that's when you only get 5. Otherwise, you get 1 essentially.
So it seems like it's a threshold, not a gradation. But
Okay.
we can try gradation. But I think the threshold thing at least makes it a bit more clear.
I
Instead of like having like
yeah.
that way players can know, okay, I need a fully turn or not, instead of being
Yes.
on like, okay, is this enough to get this or something?
Okay. Cool. You know, no, I think we should just keep it the same then. Yeah. Okay. So now that I've tested it, I will give our game another test and just see if I agree with what we have. See how it feels. Alright, so I'm gonna start drifting. Alright, so right now when I'm hard drifting, I'll need to change that. So right now when I'm hard turning with a drift, it actually takes quite a while for it to start. Like a long while.
I
Okay.
wonder if my changes not go through.
I'm not sure. So yeah, it's taking like 5 seconds for it to start. Or it looks like, I think what it looks like is it looks like the there's no differential between the first. Well, okay, it's a very small, subtle differential between the first sparks.
Can you double check the variables? See what they are at right now?
Yeah, yeah. All right. What do you want me to look for?
So 0.7, 1, and 2. So right now it's 1 and 2, so it's only twice as fast if you're doing the other things. So I scroll down. Do you see like arcade cart drift?
Oh, yeah.
And you see stroke drift ratio. So see how you have a 2 as the value right there right now?
Yeah.
So remember, your first tier is 5, right? So that means it's going to take 2.5 seconds of hard turning to get to 5.
I see. Okay. So that was my changes. Okay. Then I had this at 20. Cheers. Let's see how that feels. No. Okay, yeah, that feels good. Okay, I'm gonna try one new element of I've been having 20. I don't want Ace Bright. Be full screen. Oh, they get crashed on me, dang it. Okay. Well, after I get back, I will. Yeah, I did crash on me, dang it.
That sucks. Followed by.
So I'm gonna try the 5, 10, 15 because it was 5, 10, 25. I just feel like the purple is happening pretty late. So I'm gonna see how that feels. Just 5, 10, 15.
Yeah.
And the arcade drift. And so I realized, okay, the reason why I didn't know there was a difference is because, yeah, when I'm doing neutral drift, I'm constantly just flicking back and left and right, and so I'm not ever just doing hard neutral only.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why I didn't know there was a difference. All right, that makes a lot more sense, and I like that. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna try 15. Blinded by light mode. Jesse Hallford. Blinded by light mode.
It's light mode.
I'm not sure what light mode is.
I think we all have dark mode on everything we're running.
It may be my background is pretty bright, perhaps. Alright, I'm gonna test my new changes. Let's see how this looks. I think this might be it, dude. So hard left. Okay, hard left feels pretty good. Well, except for the beginning, I don't know what that is. So I'm sharp turning with a drift, and that to get to my first drift, it's taking like 2-3 seconds.
I can see if you like watch that number in the top, and to see like how it's increasing compared to like what you expect it to be when you're hard drifting. Like, is it building at the same rate that like when you're not? So like try like normally, just don't do a hard drift and then do a hard drift and see if the number speed.
Yeah. Oh, Jesse, that was A sprite. I accidentally pressed the A sprite thing. Yeah, that's pretty white. My bad. That was when I do like sprite sheets, like 2D character stuff. All right, so when I'm hard turning with my drift, it does take about 3 seconds to get to it. If I start drifting into neutral, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like double the time. So yeah, something is wrong with the initial first spark tier. So where I want it to be a half second to get to the first spark tier.
So there's a V effect of just drifting whatsoever, right? That automatically starts the second you're drifting. That's a very small blue.
Right.
You want me to use a different effect for that? That's not meant to be a tier yet.
Yeah. That little beginner. Did you make it white? That little bit should only last for half second, or 1 sec or ish, 1 second ish at most. I think. Let's see here. 2. Yeah, because if I'm hard turning into it with the drift, it should only be like it should be pretty quick. Woo!
With tier configuration 1, comma 5, comma 1, comma.
Oh, I also noticed that the boost VFX is gone.
That's. Where was like just like not getting itself out like it should be again. Yeah, give me 1 second on that. Just link it here.
Oh, I think. Why did my strong drift change back to 2? I had it at 5. What the heck? That might be the problem. That may be my issue. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that worked. I don't know why I changed back to 5 or back to 2. Okay, so it's fine. It's fine, dude. I don't know what happened there. My bad.
Or like it's in save and they're like you closed.
Yeah, so let's see. If I'm hard turning with my drift. 1. Okay, so those are a bit fast, but so I need to do 2. Let's see. Let's see here. 2, 1, 2. Where are we at on this? Let's see. Boop. So I need them to last a little bit longer. 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. So they need to be a little bit less strong for the hard turn drift. Okay. So how do I affect that by the so while turning sharply with the drift, right? Everything at maximum ability. How do I make
strong drift turbo gain?
That's the strong drift turbo
Strong
gain?
drift turbo gain.
Okay.
See that variable?
Yeah.
That's what that.
Okay. So I like what you have where it's more powerful than the neutral. I'm just wondering, is it in my drift tiers time frame where I just need to make them, or whatever this is? Do I need to max it to up that number to make it not so fast to the next tier, or do I need to have the turbo gain? Because this is how many turbo gains I need to have for that tier, right?
Yeah, so it really comes down to like what do you want the numbers to be, right? Like do you want to have really high turbo gain values or do you want to have really high threshold values?
Yeah.
What's a Niagara system?
I'm gonna try this real quick. I'm gonna try 5, 15, 25. Yeah, that feels perfect. That feels perfect. So 5, 15, 25.
I also am going to have a push in a second. That's going to make it so that the those gain values can have fractional values. So you can, for example, have the neutral one be 2.5 and the strong one be 5. That way it's literally just double.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so one issue that's happening is I'm not getting a boost from my first drift tier.
Okay.
Or at least I can't. Or at least the VFX is not playing. I might be getting a boost, but I can't tell.
Okay. And then this is just...
Okay, so boost is playing upon yellow drift and purple drift, but not first tier blue drift.
Okay. Is that then?
Yeah. Dude, we're so close, man. I feel like we're on the cusp. We're on the cusp.
Yeah. And
For those watching, we are two heavily ADHD developers that are recreating a really cool card experience. And we will get there. I hope we're entertaining. Oh no.
Open F.
We prioritize what we want to prioritize at the time. Oh man. Okay, yeah, so yeah, dude, boosting feels really good, man. So yeah, if we can get boosting to start up on the first tier, I think that will be on the B hero cart. The boosting length should work. So much as not procking the boost effect.
Yeah. There might be like a little number thing messed up. It's equal to tier. Turn, drift tier. Boost length.
Whoop. Let me pull that back.
Hello.
Yo. That was my fault. I accidentally exited out of my secondary Discord.
Oh.
Sorry about that, y'all. We're back. This would be this screen 3. Hooray! I fixed it. Yeah, just, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're hoping to kind of expose just kind of behind the scenes what we're up to and what we've been building and stuff. We're really trying to have a good driving experience, and that's what we've been focused on last week and this week as well. Focus on having a really solid driving experience, and then we'll start adding, or I should say, re-adding the character abilities more. So we'll be more into combat maybe later this week or starting next week. But right now we want driving to feel really good. I'm super excited to get into combat, but this is very helpful. Yeah, exactly. I would say it is kind of more of like an Overwatch meets Mario Kart kind of game. Yeah, so And actually, in a different build, we had our like our different characters will have like different kind of like their ability icons on the top left, similar to the way that Mario Kart has their items on the top left. We had our like ability icons and the cooldowns on the top left, somewhat like League of Legends or like Overwatch. And we wanted it above because if you have icons crowding the next to the cart, then you actually can't see a lot of the other racers, which could be really frustrating when the visibility is limited based off of the icons being in the way. Yeah, Twisted Metal was one of the references, yeah. But I think the new kind of MOBA games definitely has a more of an inspiration on how the abilities will work. With mixing in some Mario Kart type of physics and that kind of stuff. So we're really trying to have a really cool hybrid merger of the two genres for this game. So if you're a League of Legends or Overwatch kind of player, then this might be the first kart racing game that you might enjoy that will feel more like a hero type of game. Actually, I can start setting my character now. So whenever you make these changes, it affects all the characters, right? Not just the base pawn?
You change the hero and it'll propagate.
Alright, cool. Oh wait, it was tilde, set character, and then the name of the character, like space name of the character?
Space name of the character, space 0.
I'm back, fellas.
There we go. Weird.
What's happening?
Bucky's being goofy. When I'm just turning left, so I'm trying to make him shoot left, but he's just like rotating on his own.
Oh.
So as I like go full left, he starts aiming right.
That's funny. That's like inverse like that.
I guess that's a way to do tank controls without having to aim. It's just, you have to time it right. That is an interesting way to pull that off, but I don't think it's a good way, but I think it's a way.
Yup. Oh man.
That's funny. Okay, one other thing is that the camera seems to be a bit lower than usual, I guess.
Huh? Yeah, right now it's like purely locked. You can change it though if you go into the go-kart class and just like get the rotation.
Oh, okay, okay. There we go. It's a feature, yeah. Okay, yeah, let's see here. I'm gonna change that. So that's the spring arm or the camera?
So this, you want to change the spring arm's positioning. So if you double click on it,
Yeah.
and zoom back, you can see where it's like placed and angled.
Oh, I see. It's kind of straightforward. It's kind of pointed up a little bit. Let's see. Let's see if that helps. How's the angle like that in Mario Kart? What can I see?
I'm gonna be right back. I need to run to the bathroom.
Yeah, good. Okay, I feel like the camera is too far. Yeah, it's too far and it's too... I think that... Let's see here. Let me just make sure. How's the camera looking? How's this camera look on here? Okay, I see. I see. That's cool. Alright, so we're gonna get closer. Hi, Tofu. Here's my kitty cat. Say hi, Tofu. Oh no, kitty cat on my keyboard. Hopefully she didn't press anything bad. I swear they need a cat button on the keyboards. Like, cat's about to run across the keyboard, you know that it's gonna happen. Just have like a cat button. Just locks all buttons and it's not affected. I think it would make sense, yeah. Well, like you would just press it knowing that the cat's gonna be on your keyboard shortly, so it's not like the cat's pressing it. It's like you're like, oh no, cat emergency, doop. So you might actually want it to be small so the cat doesn't actually press the button themselves and undo it. Undo your changes. Alright, I think this needs to be higher up and rotated. And then I also think we need to not have the velocity change too much. So the velocity shouldn't change how far you are away from the camera as much as it currently does. It's looking decent. I'll do the fixed thing too. Let's see. Okay.
Alright, I'm back.
Hey. Okay, so I'm fixing up the camera angle a bit, and I was just going to mention that let's see here. The how much the character kind of gets away from the camera, kind of like the movement off of velocity.
Yeah.
I feel like it needs to be reduced. How do I affect that?
So go to the go to the spring arm,
Okay.
and then go into the lag section of its variables.
Okay. A minute.
Yeah, you see the max lag distance and then the lag speed.
Yes.
So the lag speed makes it catch up faster. The max lag distance says what is the maximum from its correct position is allowed to fall behind.
Okay, so that's like 200 or 200 the opposite direction kind of thing.
Basically, it's like it's able to lag, but only up to 200.
Like offsets.
Yes.
The distance.
So that's the maximum it's allowed to lag behind.
All right, I'm gonna half that real quick. I want to see, cause I suppose in Mario Kart when you boost, you do kind of get away from the camera a tad, but then it comes back pretty quickly.
It might also be like they just add a little bit to the spring arm when you boost.
Yeah.
The spring arm length that could potentially be changing too, like directly.
Yeah, let's see. It's not like a huge adjustment. Okay, cool. I'm gonna test this. See how that feels. I feel like those camera settings would be nice to be customizable like Rocket League style, says Jesse.
Does Rocket League do it like the camera settings? Okay. Total speed, stiffness, distance, angle, height, FOV, ball camera. Okay. So okay.
Let's see.
Okay, so these values are kind of like I think swivel speed is essentially hello. Compile, please.
Okay, so it looks like in Mario Kart, the only time that the character like actually moves forward from this one space is upon boosting. So the boosting is the only thing that affects the move forward. But I think when you reverse, it does come towards you a tad. But it does look like the boost is the only thing that makes it like go a little bit further and then come back.
Okay, maybe we'll.
Is that?
No, you're good. You're good. Maybe
Cause yeah, right now we have it based off of velocity. That might be that. Might just want to like clamp that for only boosting, and then maybe like. Well. I don't know. When you were doing the camera stuff, I think that you were doing it off of Rocket League, actually. When you were...
Yeah, way back when yeah.
So, I mean, maybe it's okay.
Yeah, we can try and get closer to it. Like, I think, I can try, making it so that, for example, I can make the lag only turn on when you're boosting, right? Or I can just, like, those values of, like, the camera lag speed, and... we can make it so that those values, because all of those values can change during gameplay, right? Like the spring arm length
Yeah.
can change, all that stuff, and so, yeah, if you want to try doing that, I can kind of show you, guide you to do it, so you can try this kind of like things on your own.
Sure. Yeah.
Go into the event graph.
Where's event graph?
Look on the left side graphs. Do you see like a?
Oh yeah. Here.
Yeah, that. Double click that. Yeah, there. So you see how you have this here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So right click anywhere. And say on drift.
In the search bar.
Yeah. On drift. Oh wait. Start drifting or something. Or boosting. Start boost.
On boost.
Right? Yeah, I forgot what I named them. I should probably name them better.
On boost.
Oh, go back.
Oh. Did you call it boost?
No.
Sorry.
You have to wait a second for the auto fills to show up.
Oh,
so
I see.
on boost, but not. It's on started boosting. That's what it's called.
On started boosting.
On started boost. Yeah.
Okay.
Should make a better name for them. Or like figure out one that like we both can agree on. Okay. So
Okay.
that right there is when it starts boosting, and then on stopped boosting is when it ends. Right. So get that event ready too.
All right. So on stop boosting. All right, got it.
So now grab the spring arm from the component view. You see that there? You can just drag it.
All right.
Okay. So we want to change what the like have it only lag, right? Is that what you want to try first?
So yeah, have it only. Well, yeah, have it
Lag more.
go forward. Yeah, more when it's boosting. Yes.
Okay. So drag off spring arm and say set at max camera lag distance. It may have a weird name internally with that.
Set.
Let me see. I'm gonna drag off one of my
Set camera
own.
lag distance. Oh, set. There's a set.
Max distance. Yeah, lag max distance.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
Because didn't you like set that to a different value, like a small one?
Yeah, I did. I had a 50 instead of 200 for the other one.
Okay. So how about you set this to be 200, and then on stop you set it back to 50.
Okay, so should I just do 200 on this one then?
You just type 200 there,
All right.
and then on this stop drifting, just like duplicate that.
The spring arm thing or this whole thing?
Both.
Okay.
Control C, Control V.
Okay, right. E. Both. Okay, Control C, Control V. There we go, got it. This would
Then you
be
can just
50?
set like your default, yeah, or whatever you set it to be,
Yeah, it was 50 before.
and connect them up.
Alright, and this goes into this, right?
Yep.
I'm learning how to blueprint. Woo!
Ah, okay. Try that now.
Alright, see you, Jesse. Thanks for joining. Try it. Just try this. This is gonna work, even though it's like it's floating.
What do you mean it's floating?
Oh, I mean, I didn't know if like it's attached to anything or whatever. Is it?
Oh, no. Those get called by gameplay code.
Okay. So, all right. So I'll just test it. So when I get to boosting state, that didn't work. Let's see. Let's try again. Boosting state.
Well, it might not be able like lagging enough, or is it even enabled?
Yeah, I don't see it. Kind of. It'd be pretty obvious. It should be pretty obvious with an extra 150 lag. Camera lag distance. It says 0. I don't know why it says 0. Here. So stop. I have it set for 200, but for some reason it says 0 here. Default value.
Real quick. So what'd you end up setting those drift related values to?
The
Like neutral and strong drift gains.
oh, yeah. Where was that? Was that the no? That was over here in class.
Yeah. Drift.
There it is.
0.7, 1, and 5, and then the thresholds were what? 5, 15, 25. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and I can try the lag thing too in a second.
Okay.
So, do you have anything that you need to push, or is it alright if I push over?
You should be able to push. That's fine.
Okay. You want me to just overwrite like some stuff that you have checked out, such as the hero card?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we can figure this out.
Yeah, I can do that on my end or whatever.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So yeah,
for the duration of the drift, it's just not long enough to be able to see.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it might be because the children don't call their parent version of on like boost started, and so since the template hero card, which is technically what you're actually playing as right now, probably just doesn't actually use that logic because it if you see like here on stop drifting on started boost, it didn't do this. That's probably why. See it. So I'm just gonna do that just so that we remember. And here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna break this tier. We're gonna go. Your particle system goes in here. Your color glow goes in here. Your spark color goes in here. Your scale goes in here. And then you activate. Right. Oh.
No.
One. We set the asset, we set the color, this color, we set the particle scale. Set the asset, set the color. Marks. And so now I just need to copy this. As basically the same logic.
Dang, these guys are tough.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Oh, bye, Jesse.
Yeah!
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah!
I was probably a bit late on that, but
All good.
I thought that counts.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, for some reason, so I switched over to Malfoy, and the last drift is just not doing anything. It's not doing the purple drift
Okay.
for
Let
Malfoy.
me see if my recent stuff is going to fix that. So,
Okay.
Yeah!
one.
Yeah!
Throw carts.
Actually. Woo. I don't like the loops anyway.
That should be good. And Rev simply needs to make sure that hers are the room's wrong.
Oh, that's weird.
Weird.
There's like a weird visual error with Malfoy's wheels, where see I'm driving straight and like they're like timing super strangely.
Your timing?
Yeah, see the wheels are like going fine and then they'll just be like they just stop.
Oh yeah, they're like the way that they're rotating is weird.
Yeah, like I'm going at a specific speed and it just kind of like stops moving. Yeah. Odd.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Whoop.
Turbo.
Yeah!
If you look at my screen,
Yes.
I made it so the drifting tier stuff has all this information right here.
Oh, cool. Heck yeah.
So you can set the turbo current, boost length, multiplier colors, particle system.
That's awesome. Do you have a bit for pre-drifting? Like just that little before section?
White?
Yeah, the white one.
Yeah, I should probably make a separate variable instead of hard coding it like I am currently in the character classes, but
Oh. Yeah.
yeah, that goes.
I'm back, fellas.
Hey, Tofu. It's Tofu. Do you want a hand to bite, huh? Does my hand need to get got? Hey yo. You painful, girl. You painful. Why you do that, huh? Why girl do that? Oh my, okay. You want me to pet you? Okay.
It's like, nope, you gotta give me love right now.
I know, yeah. Do you need some love'ems, huh? Is that what you need?
Alright. Run it again.
Okay. You push? Okay.
Alright, I'm still testing it.
Oh, all good?
Right.
Oh my tofu. Do you want some attention, huh? Is that what you need? You need some attention?
Aw, that's so cute. Just going back.
She's silly. Get ya! I'm gonna get ya! Oh, I get the belly! Oh, I get the belly!
Chomp chomp.
Oh, I get a kitty!
I wish Mia was more like that. She's just such a grump. Like, the older she gets, the more grumpy she gets.
Tofu can bite pretty hard if she wants attention enough.
Hmm.
So it's not all great.
Yeah. Mia just used to be really cuddly, but then she just kind of lost it over time.
Oh no, did I get the belly? Oh no. Rawr, 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 rawr. Rawr, 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 rawr.
So I go back to here.
Okay.
And make sure your drift tiers are good. So 1, 2, 3. Not.
You silly cat, huh?
Drift tier. Okay, that's why. One line.
One line.
One line was the problem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had -1 instead of 0.
What was happening?
Oh, it's just so when I made that struct to have like all the information there, I just slightly rearrange.
Yeah.
Just a few of the things, just be like, hey, look at this instead, and that just caused an issue where it's not thinking it's going up in tiers. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, and if I say it's drift tier, drifting tiers, main turbo requirement greater than or equal to main turbos if drift tier is greater than current tier. Yeah. That's on a mission.
Tall. You're so tall. Yeah. Yeah, I've been ignoring her for too long. She wants some daddy time. You'd like to play hard, huh? You're a tough one. You're a tough cookie. Yeah, you are.
All right. Oh, wait. Like, not...
What's going on?
I'm not sure, so
Okay.
I have to run it in debug mode. Okay, my new mini turbos. I want my current drift tier based on my mini turbos, so I go through my drifting tiers. Drift tier, current config, equals drift tier. Return it.
I gotta get some work done, Tofu. Oh man. I gotta finish up. You're a get. You gotta get. There we go. We got a Simba Tofu. Simba.
It's like, huh?
Simba. Oh, you're gonna get me, huh? You're gonna get me. Hey, it's Tofu. I swear, whenever I do a tofu picture on Twitter, people like it more than my normal stuff.
Really?
People love cats, man.
How am I in here? If drift tier mini requirement is greater than or equal to mini turbos, which is 0.04 right now.
0.04.
How? What? Sir. What?
Pat doing? Not too.
Okay. About next. So my previous tier is that. So my current tier is 3, and my current tier better than that. I come here. Come here. I step in. Come here. And that gets passed in. Why?
Let me get work done too. Do I need to play? Do I need to play with my girl? Right. Rice. Oh man.
That should not be. I'm not going insane, right? I'm saying if drift tier mini turbo requirement is greater than mini turbos, yet it's not.
Oh, you're gonna get me.
Why?
So, what's the core problem you're running into at the moment?
The reason why it's not like going up tiers or whatever is because it's like for some reason this is returning true, but it should not be. It's saying 5 is greater than 0.05, which is not true.
Okay.
So I don't know what's up with that. Weird issue. How? Why? That's... How is that? Math. So it's not working.
Oh man.
Back to the city with you.
I'm just...
We'll do just the camera again. that's not right.
Sorry, this is being such a weird error. Like, I just don't get why it would be thinking that 5 is less than
That's alright.
Oh no, I'm just an idiot.
What was good? What?
Yeah, this should be a less than actually.
Less than?
Yeah. The requirement is less than or equal to the amount, that means it's good. Not if simply if the requirement is higher than the current value.
Hmm.
Which is what it was doing. Okay, let's hope this works, because that was silly on me. What I can do is wait for it to compile.
Maybe not. Let's see. There we go. I'm trying to get the camera angle right. I actually think the angle is too aggressive. I think that's probably what it is.
There we go. Now with Mallet Boy, if we go tink.
You're right there.
Alright. I can push that to you. Insert unchanged files. And make sure I check out that thing as well. Let's out and submit. So you should have the update now.
Okay, cool.
Make sure you remember anything in your hero cart because it's gonna get overridden. So what angle did you said? Yeah, I can copy. I can just like, set the values on this end.
Okay. So I changed the actual here we go. The distance and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Where is the?
Oh, you're playing right now. That's why you can't change it.
Oh, whoops. All right.
Okay,
So
made the camera up a little bit for a minute.
what's that? Yeah.
No, never mind. So your camera is -37.
Yeah, -37.
Or no, 6.5.
Yeah, 106.5, and then -15 on rotation.
What about the spring arm?
That. Oh, let's see.
It's like that's the thing that technically is in a way better to move around, but like for the angle, yeah, you
Okay.
change the camera like that. So
Spring arm is.
okay, we have same values for that.
Okay.
What are your lag settings?
Yeah, it's 5, 10,
Yeah.
50.
I'll push that too, so that way you just get that whenever you pull my previous stuff.
Perfect.
And there you go.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, it looks a lot nicer.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm thinking about changing the rotation to 10 rather than 15. Or rather than negative 15, change it to negative 10. Because I think in Mario Kart you can kind of see more of like up above you. Like, so you can see the sky a little bit. So I wonder if I should do like 5 or 10. But
make it get too slow on the and
okay, cool. Cool. All right, I'm gonna try your new push. And I'm good to end for the day if you'd like to. And you have some other stuff to do.
change that.
Up to you.
After you test it, let's can call it.
Sounds good. All right, I think we've done quite a bit of of good fix setting up and everything. I'm looking forward to trying out the new tiers. Let's see. Come on, local Windows debugger, you can do it.
I can move these little guys.
You can do it. This poll's taking a while. I'm not sure why.
Do you have Unreal open accidentally, or no? You don't.
No.
I don't know why. There's only like a couple files.
Yeah, there we go. I just restarted the build. I don't know what. Maybe I had Unreal open when I first started pressing the play button or whatever. Perhaps when I first started building.
Yeah, and sometimes like when you build, it's like there's maybe something else Windows is trying to work on right now. And so that's why it takes a second to get to it. It's like I'm stuck on 404 processes. Now it goes.
Alright, here we go. I'm gonna do a test. Yeah. Yeah, the white to blue is really visually. I like that. I like that. Be able to just like see what's going on better that way. Okay, so we still need to add the VFX boosting to the first drift tier.
Hmm?
So like the right when you get to the blue drifting tier, that's not delivering the VFX or the boosting.
Oh. You can see why it's not doing that. And boost.
Okay, but yeah, I think that yellow and purple are fine, but not the blue.
Oh, I know why. I was dumb and made this up an instance of a float.
So I'm having this weird thing where if I like I'm like spamming the drifting button and jumping a lot, and it's giving me a boost effect. Or that was happening a second ago. Let's see.
Let me see. Probably need to make a cooldown
Yeah, here we
on.
go. It's kind of happening once in a while. Let's see. There it is. Yeah, so I'm just kind of like rapidly pressing the drift button and it's gonna give me a boost.
Okay. I'm gonna make it so that whenever you like click it, it resets those values.
Okay.
That, and then with the hopping, I probably just need to find a way to set like a timer.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure what this is, but it's definitely a bug. I'm able to, yeah, I'm able to like sort of weirdly neutral drift, boost, and then quickly get another boost.
Yeah,
Like,
that's.
so I think it's just me drifting right after another drift, like drifting, boosting, quickly drifting again, and maybe it's like still continuing the last like that. It's like still continuing the last boost as if I never stopped boosting before or drifting before.
So yeah, but it shouldn't be building up to a new one though.
Yeah. So I can boost, and then immediately drift again, and then boost again, and then. So it's only after I get a boost do I'm able to like do that.
Okay, so it never properly resets you.
Yeah. So as long as I start drifting, like right after I start boosting, then I'm able to get a boost right again. So yeah, that's definitely gonna be a bug. Not sure why. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you got it. Yep. That'd be the meta play for if we left it in there. Yeah, it must be that it just assumes that it still has like the tier count or something like that, even after you do start it boosting. It doesn't just end. Or like after a boost, reset drift kind of thing, maybe.
I fixed the spot that was causing that.
Cool.
Add a greater than or equal sign to 0 instead of greater than. So that should now not allow drifts when not at a tier.
Okay, cool.
Just wait for this to compile once again.
All right.
And if that works, then I think we should probably be good for the day.
Sure. Sure. Okay, you just did another push then?
Oh, here, I'll push it to you.
All right. Sounds good.
Commit. Boom. Drift. Boom. Yep, I can't just keep doing it.
Okay, cool. Do you get boost upon the first The first blue sparks. Yay! Okay, nice. It's fixed. Also, I noticed that I cannot drift while reversing like I used to be able to do, so that's not a bug anymore. Yeah, I used to be able to drift while reversing. I'm not sure when that changed, but it's not a problem. Cool. So yeah, it's starting to feel really good, dude. Like the drifting and the boosting starting to feel really good. Now that you fixed that bug, and also the multi-boosting bug that we just found, that was a really quick turnaround. Yeah. I think if you're able to do maybe like that reducing the bumpiness in the camera with the whole like wheels being able to adjust, I think that will be a really good quality of life switch too, just so the camera's not so wiggly. Yeah, so that'll help with having like the shocks or something like that. Cause yeah, I'll see if we can just make everything really smooth. But when there are like little bits of rough bits like the stairs, then at least it won't be like jostling the camera if we add that shocks to the wheels.
For sure.
Yeah, sweet man. I went ahead and pulled your changes, but I think we're good for the day. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, I'll do some testing on the build later today, and then I'll have some notes for next time we do it. Yeah.
Like I can package it just single player wise, so that we can just put people on like a course, let them drive around, or it's like the gym map that we're in right now.
Sure. Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Package that, just have them start in that map. No multiplayer, but just like that way they can access.
Perfect.
The game.
Yeah, I'll send that off to my Nintendo friends.
Sounds good.
Thanks, man.
Uh,
Yeah, and thanks all for watching, and hope you gander something then from this, or at least we're entertained, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye, y'all. Thank you.
Bye.